Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you a short tutorial about the software that I made, so you can also make your own custom characters for Lf2re Remastered. So basically, you download the RAR folder from the GitHub, verbally extract it, wait for it to do something. Okay, so you run the program and then you find your game folder wherever it is. For me, I copied my little fighter to the desktop so it will be easier to work, and so I will also have a copy on the normal Steam without any mods with the latest updates, but this one is the one I copied with all of the mods. So you don't have to pick to work inside your little fighter directory, but you need it to have this structure, the data close to the res PNGs. These two folders together, of course in the res PNGs you have the sys folder, you need to make sure of that too. But if you have this, you can copy these two folders outside your little fighter2 remastered folder and then work on it however you like it. So you're gonna pick your character you wanna customize. It's going to be open here. You can choose if you want dark mode or light mode. Here in the bottom right is your save indicator. If I press Ctrl S, it will show me when is the last save and it will show me a little bit an indicator. Now when I want to see what I'm working on, I'm clicking on a line where it says pick and the picture number. So every time you want to see any update to anything, you just click on this line with the picture number that you want to edit. Let's give you an example. This body hitbox, you want to change it. Let's give it a different Y. Let's give it 0Y and then a bigger height. Let's see, maybe 200. Of course you can move it around and zoom in and out using your mouse wheel. 200 is too much. Let's move it to about where it hits the shadow, and let's make it wider to fit our character, maybe 80, and move it so it will be more centered. Move the X, maybe 36. No, that's too much, maybe 30. That's nice. Okay, now we can save it. Obviously it will apply in our game. Here on the left side you have your hitboxes. You can toggle them on and off. This is only of course toggling the view. If you want to work on specific hitbox, like here you see, you can cancel those hitboxes and see only the eye interaction hitbox. Okay, so you click on the line again with the picture number to see this picture, and you can see the animation as you click on it. I made this like that because I thought it would be easier to work with, and I think it's nice. Let's fix this hitbox as well, just so I can show you. So it needs to be also maybe 60 width and higher Y, not 7000 but maybe 120 as well. Of course you can Control Z if you did some mistake like I did and change the wrong Y. I need to change the height, not the way, but okay. 100. You see it updates every time I click on the line that says pick right after the frame line. You click here and it shows you the updates, the updated code that you wrote. Okay. Alright. Of course, always be careful and save every time. You have your search here. You wanna search for ball, and you can click here if there's more options. Maybe if you have more options, then you can go up and down in your options, which is really nice. But be careful, because let's just say I write F30. If I click enter again, because it marked the text area, now it will just replace the line with something else. So you can use it to fast replace, but be careful, you can always Control Z if you made some mistake, but just be careful after you press enter to search. You can just go up and down the arrows. It's the easiest way. So of course everything changes. Your resize, as I showed in the previous video, of course the smaller resize, the bigger your resize, the smaller your character, and the smaller the resize, the bigger your character is. If I have 0.1, then my character will be somewhere here and fucking huge. Because I already made stuff for this character, I just change it to the original. Don't forget you can move it with your mouse and zoom in and out with your scroll wheel. And anything else you wanna know about editing Little Fighter 2, you can use the Lf2 Empire form. Everything from the data editing you can find there easily, because the Little Fighter 2 and Little Fighter 2 Remastered is basically the same, just few minor changes like the tag name, and you don't need like to put any special signs between stuff. You just make a space between them. Okay, I was working on my ball, as you do. You can of course toggle the imported stuff, whatever you want to work on. You can leave it all on, and you can work in dark mode. And of course, if you wanna move a specific character, a specific frame, because each F is a different frame, let's see, you wanna move it a little bit, you can do like center X, I believe that's how you say it. You can do like 40 and then it will move it, or 60, and maybe add center Y 70, and maybe 120, 150, too much, 140, you see, it's okay. Now I can save it, and now in game I can show you, well, you will not be really able to see it, but you will be see it if you will change something dramatic, like maybe I'll change the resize to 1 and it will be a lot bigger, and change my center X to 100, and 120, 115, and 200 here. Center Y, maybe 190, and maybe 110. Let's save it. Open our Little Fighter 2 remastered folder that we edited. Don't accidentally open another Little Fighter 2 folder if you have it. If you have a bunch of copies, make sure to open the right one. And now obviously you have much bigger character. Of course it will move a little bit because we did not change every center X and center Y in the code, but for now you can see the visual difference. Obviously when you resize your character, you see your hitbox here, you will need to change it accordingly. But I will put everything with Ctrl Z back to where it was, and I will save it and open the game again to make sure. And now everything should be back to normal. With our hitboxes. That's it guys, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you can create the next best character. Good luck.